When you hear that glitch, it's time to thwip. What's up, guys? I'm AJ, and welcome back to another Thwip Side review. And today, I'm super excited to be checking out the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Knightfall Batman action figure. So I feel pretty lucky that I was able to pick this figure up because he is sold out everywhere. Luckily, my pre-order came through, and I'm super excited to be checking him out with all of you guys. So what the hell, we'll check out the box. I usually don't do that lately because the box is the same, but we'll do it. So we've got the standard DC Multiverse packaging, of course, the box. Here you have Knightfall Batman with accessories, his card and his base. On this side, Batman Knightfall. On this side, more of the window. And on the back, the cover art, I believe, for the first part of Knightfall by Kelly Jones, I believe. It's been a while. And the Mumbo Jumbo on the bottom. So as I said, I'm excited, so I'm going to rip him apart, and we'll take a closer look at him. And first impressions are, wow, what a nice figure. He just oozes like that old school 90s vibe. And for some, 90s might not be the old school, as far back old school as they want for a Batman figure. Maybe you can go farther back to a even more classic look, but this Batman would fill in quite nicely in that aspect as well. I mean, he's just plain and simple. He's not as jacked as like newer versions of a Batman figure would be, but he's still got a lot of muscle. Just more like he's thinner, sleeker, more like where he could be more acrobatic, I guess you would say. But yeah, it just looks really cool, and we'll take a closer look now. We'll just jack the camera up a little. We'll start off at his head. Yeah, really nice head sculpt. I love the ears. I don't think there's any paint really on this figure added, except for, of course, the bat symbol, which is awesome. You got the yellow inner logo, I guess, with the black bat, of course, and then a lighter gray suit going down to the utility belt and the blue trunks. It's just old school Batman through and through, and I love it. You got the spikes. The gloves are sculpted, which is good. And then down to the boots, and these are sculpted too, or glued in or something. And I haven't mentioned this before, but I have noticed it. I like how McFarlane is working on hiding their big joints here on the wrists and the ankles by putting sculpt like on the inside. See, they got some wrinkles over the joint. And then, of course, you see the pin on this side. Same with down by the boots, the ankles. Sculpt here, pin there. So I think that's pretty cool that they do that. Check out his cape. It's nice, it's flowing. Yeah, I don't see any paint hits on the cape. Comment and let me know if you realize that there's some paint on the cape, because my eyes kind of suck sometimes. So yeah. But yeah, a simple, sleek Batman, and that is plenty. I could see customizers doing like the black around here to get even further back for even more classic look. Hopefully we'll get one from McFarlane Toys one day. But yeah, super happy how this guy turned out. For accessories, you get the stand, and you get the card with that part 1 of Knightfall artwork. Mine came out of the package all crummy. I'm kind of disappointed. Usually I do a better job getting it out of the package. I don't know if it was bent before it was put in the package, but there's a crease and the corners are rounded off. Kind of disappointed with that. In the bio, and then you get tiny little Batarang, unpainted and everything, blue. And then you get a set of, I can't even get it, grip hands, 1 and 2. Knightfall Batman articulates fairly decently. Of course, you get the swivel at the head. He can look up about that far. I would like a little more up, but he's not a flying character per se, so not a big deal breaker. Can look down that much. I would like to see more down, actually. Of course, rotate at the arms, comes out. You got that McFarlane cover that gives you all that movement. Socket, I should say. Bicep. Nice double jointed elbows that go all the way up. And of course, you get the swivel wrist and the hinge. It goes up and down or side to side, however you want to manipulate it. You get the torso articulation. Mine's a little tight. And then, of course, you get the waist, and then get a little tilt out of that. You can get an arc back that far. Unfortunately, you do get some crunch, but I would like a tiny bit more. Here, he's standing straight up. Tiny bit more, been great. Legs spread out that far. Kick up, kick back. Articulation decent at the hip in one aspect. They rotate in quite nicely, but I would like to get some more out from these guys. Lately, it seems like we're getting a lot of hip articulation in, but not so much out for a lot of figures. Double jointed knees. Then you get swivel at the ankle, forward up, or ankle up, ankle back, some rocker, and the toe. Here's Knightfall Batman next to the Knightfall Catwoman and the Batman Hush figure, both from McFarlane Toys. And I will say that these two look really good together. They look great together. I wish I had my Bane out, but he's such a big figure. He's in the back of my display, and I'd have to take down that whole shelf just to get to him, so I could compare him. But it would have been cool to get these all three in a shot together. But these guys scale really nicely, and this is what I mean about how he's a sleeker. Looking at the Hush Batman, how he's like a sleeker while still muscular, very sleek, very streamlined Batman. And also shorter. The Hush figure is quite a bit taller than the Knightfall Batman. And although Tim Drake was Robin during the Knightfall story arc, here he is with the McFarlane Toys Gold Label Dick Grayson Robin. And I still think this looks fantastic. This Knightfall Batman could definitely be a filler for a classic Batman, like I think I already said. But yeah, I think these two look really awesome together. And if you couldn't tell by now, the bottom line for me is that I absolutely love the Knightfall Batman from McFarlane Toys. He just hits all the nostalgic points for me. I would love for them to even go farther back and give us a first appearance Batman. That'd be awesome. I'm feeling very nostalgic when it comes to Batman lately for some reason. But yeah, I just love the presentation of this figure. I say that with a lot of figures, I think, but this one really pops. To me, this could be my favorite figure so far that I've picked up this year. It's got the typical cons of McFarlane figures, where I would like to see a little more paint. But in this case, though, of course, everybody wants a little more paint. But with him, though, it kind of doesn't bug me at all, even though I just said that, because now that I think of it, the lack of paint gives it even more of a classic vibe. So I'm going to not say that's a con on this Batman figure. Of course, we still have the issue with the abs. I would like a little more crunch and hips out more. And the major con for me is, though, even though I got this figure, McFarlane, I wish they would make these figures easier to obtain. I didn't have a hard time. I had a pre-order, crossed my fingers, it came in, thankfully. But the Knightfall Batman, the Flash Keaton Batman, all of those figures come and go, and you got to be right on it. You don't get them. This Hush figure, I mean, they're sold out everywhere, and it's ridiculous, because these are the key for a company that puts out so many Batman figures. Make the ones that are like the most popular versions easily available, so collectors don't have to bang their heads off the wall or cut off an arm and pay ridiculous eBay prices. These are the ones that should be everywhere, not like the secondary ones. Yeah, they're cool, and I like picking up well, most of them, I would say, but these are the ones you have to have available. They just released the 89, or they had the pre-orders up just today for the 89 Batmobile and the 89 Keaton figure set, and pre-order sold out in seconds, it seems like. I couldn't get one. Luckily, I have the other Batmobile, but I wanted the 89 Keaton. So hopefully they will become available. There are people saying they're going to do a restock and make more pre-orders available, but things like that really drive me nuts. Your most popular versions of a popular character like Batman should be easy to get. I know I keep rambling, but it really pisses me off. Even though I have them, I want other people to have them. I want other people to enjoy them. Some lines I stopped collecting because it was just too much of a nuisance to track down the figures. And I'm talking specifically about things like NECA Ninja Turtles. I gave up on that. Too much of a hassle. Collecting is supposed to be fun. When you have to go through all that frustration to get a figure, especially the core figure, it's not fun anymore. So I stopped collecting that line. That's why I haven't done a lot of Ninja Turtles. I do still collect the Super 7. I know there's a lot of hate for them, but I enjoy them. But anyway, this is about Batman. I had a rant about that because it seems like McFarlane has been dropping the ball with the figures people want the most. Can't get them. But anyway, as far as this figure, like I said, I'm lucky to have been able to get him, and I think he's excellent. Hopefully you have good fortune and are able to pick him up as well. And with that being said, if you enjoyed my rambling and ranting with a review hidden in, please consider subscribing, drop me a comment, tell me what you think, and thwip that notification bell, and I will see you guys later on the thwip side.